Good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday, August 13th, 2019, and I call the school committee meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bishop.
Present.
Mr. Murch.
Present.
Dr. Page.
Present.
Ms. Ryan.
Present.
Ms. Shea.
Present.
Mr. Thomo.
Present.
6 present.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll now move on to agenda item number 3, public input. Is there anybody here tonight who would like to address the Southbridge School Committee? One more time, anybody who would like to address the Southbridge School Committee? Seeing no movement, we'll move on to agenda item number 4, discussion of minutes. Any additions, changes? Seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item number 5A, receiver/superintendent announcements. Dr. Villar?
Good evening. I want to begin my report this evening by reminding parents that as we begin school in the upcoming weeks, that I'd urge you to bring any concerns that you have to your classroom teacher and/or principal. If you're not satisfied with how our schools address your concerns, please be sure to reach out to my office. Again, under receivership, I have to not only engage in policy actions, but administrative. So it's important to us that we are meeting the needs of our families, and we want to hear from you if we're not. I want to also share that as we engage in the beginning of this school year, we remain focused on improving climate and culture. We'll continue to work with our partners from the University of Connecticut. We're also continuing to engage in our work with literacy and language arts, really K through 12, and also our work in mathematics in 6 through 12. As the school year progresses, we'll begin working with our elementary teachers to address the needs around our math curriculum. We first want to make sure we get a handle on our literacy curriculum, but it's been recognized by our teaching workforce that it is time to work through our math curriculum, so I expect that to be happening this year. Very much excited about the work that's gone on over the summer in preparation for launch of school. I want parents to know a couple very important facts. One, every Wednesday this year there's an early dismissal of 1 hour. So it'd be important for you to be aware of that. Our calendar has these dates stressed throughout the school year. It's available on the district website. We've also made some small changes to start and end times of school, so I'd stress that you go to our website and download the calendar to be sure you're aware of those times. We're trying to make sure that our busing is efficient as possible and that our students are at the high school on time for the beginning of classes, so we made some small changes. School begins August 26th this year, so that's right around the corner. And finally, I'd like to ask Dr. Farrick to speak with us and give folks in the community an update on our summer school program this year, which was very successful.
Sure, thank you. First, I want to thank all the parents who shared their children with us for the summer programming. By all accounts, it was very successful, building off our summer program from last year. We continued our focus on classroom PBIS, literacy, and added a strong project-based learning thread. We continued our partnership with the University of Connecticut, the Latino Education Institute of Worcester State, and the Southbridge Park and Recs Department. We expanded the programming to include students in all grades, K through 12, including students that attend Trinity and other students who also have opted to choice out of Southbridge Public Schools. Our student participation rate doubled over last year. I have a couple of wins I want to share with you. We had very strong participation in the Family Showcase with approximately 100 family members attending. And lastly, as a result of our credit recovery program at the high school, 47 high school students met the requirements of either 1 or 2 classes, propelling them to the next grade level. Thank you.
Thank you. One other point I would like to make on Wednesday afternoons is that we have been working with local providers, and it's my understanding that the YMCA and the local library are planning Wednesday afternoon programming for students who are interested. So that concludes our report. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Villar. Any follow-ups, questions? I just want to say I'm really happy to hear that we've seen the summer program double that's an amazing step forward, and it provides a lot of kids in our community an opportunity to continue to learn, and I'm very happy about the credit recovery program. It's another good step I've seen this district take, so thank you too for all the hard work you've put in for this, to make this a success, and all the teachers and volunteers. We'll move on to agenda item number 5B, the date of the next meeting. It is September 10th. It's the second Tuesday. And we'll move on to agenda item number 6, Chairperson's announcements. I only have a couple. First, I just want to remind people, the early sign-up for the MASC conference is ending next week. It saves the district about $100 for each sign-up during the next week instead of later. So either let myself or Dr. Villar know if you would like to attend. And then there is a joint meeting of the school committee and the town council on the 26th. Make sure to be there. We're going to be filling a vacancy. If there's anyone watching or in the audience tonight that would like to apply or has already applied, we will be looking over all of those applicants on that meeting on the 26th. It will be right here in council chambers at 7 p.m. And that concludes my announcements. I will move on to agenda item number 7, member forum. I started on this side last month, so I'll start over here. Mr. Murch?
Thank you. So just a couple of things. Over the last month, I don't know if anybody's paid attention to Facebook, but we have had several students from the National Honor Society and the Student Council volunteering through the elementary schools to help them get ready for the upcoming school year. Also, it looks like the football team captains also did some painting renovations to our town fields, which I drove by on the way here, and it actually does look really awesome. So it's good to see that we have students giving back to the community, and I hope to see more students continue that kind of culture that we have looks like it's starting to come to life, and maybe some parents join in with volunteer work as well. So it's good to see students giving back and giving back to the education system that they care about. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Murch. Ms. Shea?
I'm going to ask the receiver to give us a report at the next school committee meeting on the number of hires and the staffing levels in the school. Also, once again, it is summer reading time. You have 2 weeks. I hope all the new high school teachers are also being encouraged to read the One School, One Book. Thank you. Have a good rest of your summer.
Thank you, Ms. Shea. Mr. Page?
All set, thank you.
Mr. Bishop?
A couple things. The meeting on the 26th, I have no idea how many people have applied to fill the vacancy. Will we have their resumes or anything ahead of time, or will we be voting blindly? What's the status on that?
I believe we'll be getting information beforehand. I believe the deadline is the 19th to apply.
Okay, so we'll have information.
We should have information, yes.
Thank you. I'm good.
Mr. Thomo?
Yeah, I'm hearing different things about this new appointment. Are we going to be involved in the hiring, us as a school committee?
It's the way the process works is that it's a joint meeting between the town council and the school committee, and we
Okay,
all
well,
vote to
that's
appoint
the way,
a
I
member.
know that's the way it used to be, but I was just wondering with having a receiver, if,
No, it's been the past practice of past receivers as well to
Okay, that's
have.
fine.
Jessica was the one that comes to mind. I think it was actually for your appointment, Mr. Thomo. They had that. So no, the
Right.
process has been when it comes to board-related affairs,
Yeah.
receiver lets the board and
it's just that I
the
haven't
council.
heard anything that, like Mr. Bishop said, and so, that's fine.
Anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? The meeting is now adjourned.